Hey guys, X2KO here. In a previous video, I covered what was required to use a smartphone like a desktop computer. If you haven't seen that video already, I'll leave a link in the description below, so please be sure to check that one out. In this video, we're going to be looking at running a desktop grade operating system over top of Android to give us more of a desktop type experience on our smartphone. So there are a couple of ways of doing this, but in this video we're going to be looking at this app here called Debian Noroot. So we'll go ahead and install this. So while that's installing, we'll just go over a couple of things here which are listed in the description. So first up is that you do not need to have root access. This app will work fine with any stock ROM. You'll also need 600 megabytes of free internal storage, and note that this cannot be installed directly to an SD card. Also, this is not a full version of Linux. It is only a compatibility layer, so performance is not going to be the best, but it does allow you to run Linux applications. So once we've got it installed, go and click on the icon in your home screen or in your app drawer, and it will come up with a screen here where it will actually download the files. When it finishes downloading, it will then start unpacking. And after it's finished unpacking, it will take you directly to the desktop. What I suggest though is that you quit out of it and reload the app again. And the reason for this is because when we restart it, it will give you the option to configure your device as well as set up the screen resolution and the font size. Once we're back at the desktop, we can then go and click on the menu button in the top left hand corner. And in here there are some other settings that you can play around with. But otherwise we'll click on Terminal Emulator and install some actual applications. So to install an application we just need to type apt-get space install space and then the name of the application that you want to install. So here I'm installing Gimp, which is an image editor, kind of like a free version of Photoshop. For the browser I'm using Iceweasel, and for my Office suite I'm using an application called Libre Office. So again, just to install those, you just type apt-get space install space and then the name of the application. Okay, so once you've got all the apps that you want installed, we can then go and open them up. So I'm going to open up Libre Office, which is an Office suite similar to Microsoft Office. It is compatible, it's got the same sort of options here. We're going to open up a text document. And I'm just going to mash the keyboard here and type some gibberish. Okay, and from here I can then select some of this text and we can manipulate it. So let's go and make it bold and underline it and change the size. So this all works the same as any sort of typical text editor. Now something that we can also do here is we can open up another page, so we can have two pages on screen at once. Now this is something that I couldn't do in the previous video when we were doing text editing on Android. And while we've got that open, let's go and multitask and open up Iceweasel. So this is the internet browser. Now having this loaded while LibreOffice is also loaded does mean that this is a little bit slow. So we'll just load up a page here, and I'll show you how what sort of performance you'll get. Now bear in mind that this is running on a Galaxy S4. Now this is the advanced version, so it's actually running a 2.3 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon quad-core processor. So it's not a slow processor. As you can see here, it's a little bit slow, a little bit laggy. It does get better if you don't have LibreOffice running in the background. However, this is sort of the type of scenario that you want to use this for if you're running it like a desktop. So the performance not the best, but it is manageable and it will get better as phones get faster. And now let's go ahead and load up Gimp. So this is again the image editor. Now if you have some other apps running while this is running, it did actually crash my phone a few times, and my phone here has 2 GB of RAM. Maybe if you've got like a Note 4 with 3 GB of RAM, maybe it'll work a bit better. But, let's go ahead and load this up, and we'll go and create a file and create an image. So we'll just go new, and let's just give it a standard size of 1024 by 768. Okay, and here we can go ahead and draw. Reasonably responsive, a little bit laggy, but it's okay. just depending on what you want to do with it. But there you go. If you want to give this a go yourself, please come back and let me know how you get on, what your experience is like, what your performance is like, and what hardware you're using. Be really keen to hear about it. Thanks very much.